Hey there guys, I said I'd go back for one more clear on Chaos Series boss battle with a budget team. Now when I say budget team, I mean we're not using Super Trust Masteries or 5-star equipment. We're only using 4-star and below Trust Masteries. We're going to use C-Card as our breaker and our provoker. So he's going to be doing the breaks. He's got a holy weapon, so we deal with that mission. He's got death immunity for the death. Other than that, he's got some MP regen equipment. We're going to be using Warrior of Light Lena as our healer. She gives us Stop, Petrify, and Paralyze immunity. She can also restore mana. You'll notice the whole team has pretty decent hit points and defense. That's really important for the way we're doing this. We're going to use Eurytia as our buffer and barrier caster. She can do Wind and Peril as well if need be. Other than that, we gave her some survival, defense and hit points. We're going to use Beryl as our magical cover tank. Now your magical cover tank wants lots of resistance to everything except Holy and Dark. So we've got that going on with Beryl. We're going to use Warrior of Light Bartz as our DPS. He's got a wind weapon and some human killer. You can use any DPS you want. This is like really pretty straightforward trial. You can use anyone you want. Bartz is just a good budget option. And we're going to grab Tommy's Bartz. He is geared way better than mine, but of course the friend, you want a friend that is really well equipped if you're needing a budget video. If you don't need a budget video, just go wild. Alright, so the downside of Bartz is, of course, we're going to be spending the first 3 turns just standing around, but it should be fine. Alright, so Bartz is going to power up, as well as friend Bartz. We're going to cover with Beryl. C-Card is going to break with full break charm. That also deals holy damage. Eurytia is going to go ahead and get her cooldowns unlocked. And Lena can just next turn heal, which also gives us immunity to all the debuffs. Now I made sure to not bring a counter tank to this trial because I don't want to be here longer than I have to. So C-Card's not going to counter, and Beryl can only counter once per turn. So we are good. You see all these attacks that stupid Chaos does. If we brought like Wilhelm or something, we'd be here for the next 10 minutes, waiting for those counters to finish. So Bartz is going to power up again. We can really just repeat for the most part. And Eurytia will give us defense and spirit. And we're going to go ahead and do a physical mitigation with Eurytia, because there is a physical AoE coming in this turn. But we've now got a barrier. We've got physical mid, so it should be fine. Yeah, that didn't cause any problems at all. Alright, one more power up for the Bartz. These can just repeat. Eurytia will give us another barrier, and we'll reapply general mitigation. I forget how long her cooldown mitigation lasts. Is it 3 turns, 4 turns? I don't remember. Alright, so the boss is going to buff himself at the end of this turn. And you're going to want to dispel that. It's a pretty big defense buff. Alright, so we'll just finger snap that away with Beryl. The Bartz would now enter Courage and Fragments and Sword Dance. Wait for Beryl to finish dispelling. I don't want to get that Imperil dispelled, dual cast. Alright, C-Card will break again. Eurytia will give us a barrier, and let's refresh physical mitigation, because there is another AoE coming in. The physical AoE is every even turn. It's called, I think, Grand Chaos. Yeah, Grand Chaos. There's the death that was on C-Card, but we're using Genji Shield, so it's not a problem. Okay, and now we can start getting some real damage in with the Bartz. Power Rupture has been completed. Now it's time to just hit really hard every single turn. Alright, Barrel can go back to covering. We'll just keep that break up. Eurasia's cooldowns have worn off at this point, which is fine. Doesn't she have a limit fill buff? I forget. Let's do mitigation, and let's do I guess not. Alright. We'll just do physical mitigation again. Yeah, I kind of want to limit fill buff for Barrel, because we're going to use Barrel for that kill the limit mission towards the end of the fight. Alright, the boss is going to buff himself again on this turn, but we're going to get our damage in first, so it won't matter. There's the Brave Blade that we know and love. Let's totally Eclipse. These two can repeat every turn. Eurasia, we're going to sustain and Stratagem. And doesn't she have a regular barrier she can put on the team? I don't use Eurasia nearly enough. I thought she had an on-demand barrier. No, she might not. I guess she doesn't. Okay, so we can't barrier this turn, and there is an AoE coming in. So, might hit a tiny bit hard. Oh no, we're fine. Yeah, high defense in your team is the most important thing here. Alright, now we're going to go back to Dancer Sword Dance. Okay. Let's barrier and mitigate. Barrel can cover. C can break. And Lena can just repeat. Turn 8 is going to be another another turn that the boss is going to buff and we need to dispel. I think it's one more turn until, yeah, next turn for Dual Spellblade. Alright. We're doing about 13% of rounds, pretty good. Let's see, Eurasia can barrier and unyielding for the mitigation. Lena can just repeat. Alright, so the boss is going to buff once again. So we're not actually not gonna have to deal with that mana drain. But if the mana drain did happen, it wouldn't have really mattered too much because Lena heals mana at the beginning of each turn, so it would have been fine. Alright, let's go ahead and dispel the boss. Let's have Eurasia reapply a Wind in Peril and buff up. Let's dual Spellblade with the Bartzes. Alright, so we're going to win next turn. We dispel if we need a full break charm again. And Lena can just keep repeating. Normally, if you're not going to win this quick, you would need to re-raise your magic tank. So I'll go ahead and do that just to show how you would do this. Because the magic tank is probably going to die on turn 11 unless you're really well geared. But if you have re-raise, it won't matter. Alright, so we did holy damage 6 times or more with C card. We did it in 20 turns, and we're going to finish with a limit right here. Alright. There it is, and finish with a limit. Got it. Alright, there is the budget version with 4-star and below equipment. Pretty straightforward. And of course, if you're using a newer DPS than Bartz, you can do it even quicker and make it even simpler. Alright, I will see you guys next time. Later.